I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. And here I talk through my Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers, even with the messy do. 1 mile road run I had measured the distance for and timed in the Seattle area, King and Snohomish counties, Washington State, United States of America, on Sunday, 16 July 2023, a time of 4 minutes and 35.99 seconds as a standalone time 1 mile road run. So it's measured start to finish. With my time, I achieved a personal best time. I provide my take/perspective on the performance and contextualize it in terms of running 2 personal best times in the same race in a less than 24-hour period. Running at night and running a mostly straightaway course. Yes, so I made I published about this personal best time the day of, I think it was my health and wellness check-in on Sunday, 16 July 2023. So it was covered, released publicly at the time, as in like same day, via this YouTube channel. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. And I made a point of it was between the Shoreline Stadium and the health and wellness, but it was between the personal best time that I said in the Shoreline Stadium, which was from 15 July 2023, and filming the health and wellness check-in, which was a night run, and I did 2 night runs. So it was like, you know, like 11:50 p.m. on Saturday, 15 July 2023, and that was the one that was like 4 minutes and 37.03 seconds or something like that. And then, you know, at like 2 a.m. I ran this personal best time. You can judge me all you want. There was concerns. I was like, if I run at night and if I run a mostly straightaway course, there's a relative ease of running in daylight because you can see the course, and curves tend to make runners faster. So I was like, all right, how can I slow myself down the most possible? And that way, if like it was a fast time or something, which turned out it was a fast time compared to the World Championships in road running that year. I'm filming this on Thursday, 1 February 2024. They would use a faster time than the fastest Team USA person, and I currently live in the United States of America, and was like, you know, for women's, for the corresponding race, and I was like, but is it a corresponding race? Haha. So, because I ran at night and mostly straightaway. And straightaway means straight, like no going around a track, right? Or around, like it's a looped course 4 times. No, it was straight. And not out and back. And so it was a bit different. I still have my dream of running a 1 mile run, just like straight. That's my dream mile, right? But it's just something I've, for whatever reason, always dreamed about. And so this is a route I had that was the closest I could get to that. Like, I will run the dirt paths of rural Nigeria if I need to get that dream mile, you know? Running is a sport where if people are talking about there's not enough resources, I'm like, no. Instead of changing the resources of a place to fit a certain competition, why not change the people, the runners, and make them adapt and be inclusive of people who have different resources available, right? So we all report to a tent, and the path is a dirt road through rural Africa. That's called being inclusive, not changing the people, right? Changing ourselves to include the people. Okay. Anyway, so that's my contextualization for running a mostly straightaway course. So I'm like, it's something I dream of. If I become a runner, and especially if like I train with Jacob Ingebrigtsen or something like that, am I going to end up racing only in Africa? Because I'm like one of those people that's like, preserve the natural landscape of Africa, preserve the wildlife. They do not need to change who they are, right? Those people have done an amazing job of preserving the natural landscapes as it is today. Help how I can, which would be like running. and making the organizations count the times. No, no, no. You don't get it. Discriminate against them just because they don't have your British or Swiss technology. Yeah. Okay, running at night. That would be scarier in Africa because there's like really large animals. So I started in Snohomish County and finished in King County. And it's about evens out. I think it might be a little bit more uphill than downhill. So it wasn't exactly flat. It's road running. Shouldn't be exactly flat. At least in here in like the Seattle area. Okay. We got hills. So, yeah. And Jacob Ingebrigtsen provided moral support. And as I was running to the finish in King County, so from Snohomish County to King County, something landed on his head, and I couldn't tell what it was. And he was vocalizing like a little chicory. But they kind of go pew pew pew. Anyway, so he's trying to be my chicory, like at night, so I could hear him. Because even with eyes adjusting to the course, we didn't light the path, right? So outdoor track might compete at night, but they have a stadium with all these lights. We did not add lights to the course, so it was me running in the dark, which is interesting. There's not high curbs for a lot of what I did, or any. I think so I didn't trip. And so something landed on, and I finished past the finish line, which was an official timekeeper. There was no music. The only music was the beat of my eardrums, because night in these parts, especially in the trees, can be kind of like suffocating, but not suffocating. Like it becomes like I can hear my eardrums, kind of thing, or like my heartbeat through my eardrums is a weird experience. So it becomes that quiet, and in my breathing, and so I crossed the finish line, and I had just done this, and I guess this goes into within a 24-hour period. I did this like three hours earlier, right, and done a personal best time. So I crossed the finish line, and like I was like, it was a personal best time, and I saw that, and I was kind of miffed as I turned around, and whatever it was gone already. That had landed on Jacob Ingebrigtsen's head, and I went over to him, and he rubbed it in. It was a flying squirrel, and I just remember being like, why is it that sometimes I like, so especially in this case, and I'll do my 5,000 meters from Africa, but it kind of reminded me of that run a bit, my personal best time of 18 minutes and 18 seconds. It kind of reminded me of that run, in that it wasn't necessarily a huge time drop, and I kind of liked my personal best time before this one more, but it's just, Jacob's like, but I loved it. I got a flying squirrel. And I was like, I didn't even get to see the flying squirrel. But then the flying squirrel, or a flying squirrel, maybe the same flying squirrel, made it to me on 9 September 2023. So about a month and a half later, almost 2 months later, I guess somewhere between there, I got to see my first flying squirrel. But I was like, you little turd of nothing. Yeah, you got to see a flying squirrel. And I'm running a 1 mile run at night, Treewood Way in Richmond Beach, on a mostly straightaway course, because I haven't given up on my dream of just running 1 mile straight. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that one. Was yeah. But I wanted to see the flying squirrel. I missed the flying squirrel, but I got to see one later. So yeah. So that's me in my take on my 1 mile road run, 4 minutes, 35.99 seconds, 16 July 2023. I'll do, so what was the personal best time before it? I'm working on it. Let's see. It was, so from Saturday, 15 July 2023. It was 4 minutes and 37.30, not 07 seconds. So it was a 1.31 second time drop. Yeah. So those were and then the 4:35.99 were within 24 hours of each other and more, I guess 4 hours of each other. In a less than 4 hour period. I really wanted to get 2 done. So yeah. All right. Happy day and time viewing to you whenever you're reading this, and happy place of viewing wherever you're reading this from.